Hi, it's Sharona. Thanks for tuning back in to Trans Family Voices. This week we're talking about funny and awkward things that have happened. I've got a ton. Pretty much all we do is laugh. So I'm just going to try to think of some highlights. So I think I might have even mentioned this maybe in my first video, but so as a queer couple, years ago we started a tradition called Gay Night because we didn't have enough queer community around us. So Sarah got together with our friend Chad and was like, it'll just be all things gay. We'll invite everybody over and we'll just be happy to be so gay, and like we'll all be talking about like that's so gay and you're so gay, and oh my god, that was a totally gay thing to do. So we really got into it, and we did have a nice group of folks that came. And so it was Gay Night, and it went on for years. I mean, it hasn't stopped. It just has been a minute. Maybe our last Gay Night was in the fall. And so anyway, we got used to using the language of that's so gay, but in a really positive, queer-focused, that's so gay way. And so Sarah was a year into his transition, maybe. No, not even that long, because it was kind of new. Well, I don't know, some way in. And we went to a wedding reception for a friend of mine, and they were inside cutting their cake and posing for photos. And Sarah and I were sitting outside by the pool at a big round table, so there were people around us who we didn't know. And the photographer's in there snapping photos, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so gay. They look so gay. And Sarah kind of chuckles, and and then we realize like the dead silence, and I look around, and so here we are at this wedding reception for two men, and it appears that I'm sitting there with my husband saying they look so gay, and so I just looked like a big asshole. So that was a funny time that I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna have to change my language. Let's see. So we have kiddos, and we have kiddos next door and neighborhood kids and whatnot, and Morgan next door was telling a story, and she goes, that was so long ago. That was when Poppy was mommy. So that's kind of a touch point for the kids, sort of before transition and after transition for the kiddos. I think an awkward and fun thing is that as I talk about Sarah in the past, I use male pronouns for times where he was still presenting as female. So I will talk about when he was pregnant and when he was nursing. And it took me a minute to be able to get that language right, but it's been 5 years now, so it just rolls off my tongue, and I'm talking about it with people, and they're just like, what? So that's always fun. Yeah, he couldn't make enough milk. We always had to da-da-da. And he didn't like being pregnant. He liked he wanted to have babies, but he didn't like being pregnant and that sort of thing. So that's a hoot. I heard Devin and her friend taunting each other in the friendly teenage way, and she's like, your father gave birth to you. So I think that we just can really find the humor and have a good time with it. I mean, it's something that not many folks experience, so we find the laughter and the joy in everything, so this too. What else? Maybe the funniest thing about all of this is that through high school and whatnot, all of my boyfriends were gay, all of them. And so as I came out as a lesbian at like 19, I was like, oh, I guess I'm queer. But, well, yes, I am queer. And the funny piece is that Sayre, through his transition, has become more in touch with his feminine side and is I'm not going to say effeminate because that's not it. Faggoty. I think he identifies as faggoty. And so I call him Charles Nelson Poppy. Charles Nelson Riley for you young ones, Google. Because he's like, ooh. And so I think it's funny that during my formative years, I loved the gay men, and now I am married to one. So life is funny. Till next time.